Hey, what's up, people? I have another battle here. This one's against Joltgod. I found him on Oh My God Hide's Hamachi server, so yeah, here we go. So he leads off the Jolteon, I lead off the Gengar, and I just want to get right out of there because I know Jolteon's faster and it can threaten me with the Thunderbolt. So I just go into my Swampert to take the Thunderbolt, but he actually goes for a substitute, and as soon as I see that, I know he's going to be a baton passer, but I'm just not sure what he wants to baton pass. I decide to just go ahead and break his sub with a Surf, because I know Surf will be able to break it. He goes for the Agility, so now I'm just kind of thinking, what does he want to pass this to? So I'm not going to go for the Earthquake here. I know it's going to be super effective, but I know for sure that he's going to want to switch out, because I pretty much know its whole moveset now. It's like Baton Pass, Substitute, Agility, and Thunderbolt. So he can't do anything to Swampert, so he's definitely going to switch out. And he goes into Salamence, so I'm going to hit him with a Surf, and I don't think the Salamence can do too much to me. Like, any move he wants to throw at me, I'm going to be able to take, no problem. And I'm going to be able to take it down with an Ice Beam, so let's see what he goes for. And it actually turns out to be Hidden Power Grass, and when I see that, I was pretty scared, but my Swampert takes it like a champ. Did a little bit over half, but doesn't matter. I'm going to be able to take out this Salamence. So yeah, that's a quick 6-5 lead for me, and yeah, I'm going to see what he wants to go into here. And he goes into Sceptile. So because I know his Jolteon's full set, I'm going to be wanting to save my Swampert for every time this Jolteon wants to come in and try anything. So I'm deciding between my Jirachi and my Moltres. I decided to go into my Moltres. I have the super effective Fire move to threaten it with, and his Grass move isn't going to be doing jack to me. So does 29 damage. Not much of anything. I know he's going to switch out, but I don't really know much about his team yet, and I don't want to be predicting anything, so I do have the Hidden Power Grass if he wants to send in a Water type, but I'll just go for the Fire type just in case, and he sends in a Torkoal, and when I saw this, I was like, okay, this shouldn't be too bad, because I know Torkoal can't really threaten me with anything. And it's more physically defensive than specially defensive, so even though it resists my Flamethrower, it's still going to be about a 3-hit KO, so I'm just going to keep Flamethrowering and just yeah, see what he wants to do. And he goes for a Toxic. I kind of saw this coming, just because I didn't think Torkoal could do much of anything to me except a status move of some kind, and he does carry the Toxic, but it doesn't really matter too much to my Moltres, because I am a rest-talking Moltres, so if I do find that the Toxic is going to stack up on me, I can always rest it off and go from there. But he's going to switch out, and I thought this was kind of a bad play on him, because his Claydol doesn't take this well at all, and I don't think his Moltres or his Torkoal could have done much of anything, because it's already at less than 1/3 health, and you know, it should have just stayed in to take more Toxic damage or something. But so his Claydol takes a huge chunk of damage, and I'm gonna go for another Flamethrower just to take it out another hit. I guess it kind of seems like I'm just spamming Flamethrowers here, but you know, why not? Because it's working right now, and he doesn't really have anything to take out my Moltres, except if he goes back into Jolteon. But you know, like I said earlier, if he goes into Jolteon, I'm just going to go right back into Swampert. So I take out his Torkoal, and Jolteon does come back in. So I'm just going to switch right out the Swampert, knowing he's probably going to go for a substitute, but you know, like, all he can do is pass Agilities and subs, and it might be kind of bad if he passes a sub out to something, you know, depending on what Pokemon it is. So I'm actually predicting him here to maybe go into his Sceptile, so because he can't do anything to me, and there's really no point in him going for the Agility, just because most of his team's going to be faster than my Swampert anyways, but he goes for the Agility, which I thought was kind of a poor play. Like, he probably should have just switched out maybe to a poke that resisted my Ice Beam or my Surf or something, just so he could get that sub onto something intact and threaten my Swampert. But he does go for the agility, loses his sub, and he's gonna baton pass out here just because he can't do anything. And let's see what he goes out to. I think it was his Sceptile that he goes out to. Oh, it's his... Yeah, okay, I forgot he had this Regice. And my Ice Beam's not going to do jack to it. So I'm kind of threatened by this. This is just a huge special wall, and I don't really have too many things to take it on except my Moltres. I do have the Aerodactyl, but I don't want to switch into an Ice Beam, and I figured that's probably what he's going to go for. And I know my Moltres has the Rest Talk and Pressure, so I could stall this thing out if it comes down to that. But he goes for a Psych Up. He must have been predicting my Swampert to go for Curse or something. I'm not really sure why he went that. He probably should have just went for the Ice Beam. It would have done a lot of damage to my Moltres, and it turns out here, you'll see in a second, he has the Thunderbolt. So if he would have went for the Ice Beam on the first turn, I'm positive he could have taken out my Moltres right there. And you'll see this is going to be pretty bad for him because my Moltres does have the Rest, and depending on how Toxic works right here, like I'm going to need to take this Regice out first. But after this turn right here, you'll see that I do live the Toxic damage with like very minuscule HP, like barely anything left. And I'll see how much I live with here. Oh, is it 54 damage? Oh, okay. Yeah, the after turn effects in 3rd Gen, they take place after Pokemon are switched in sometimes. It's really weird, but you'll see he got his leftovers on switch in, and I got mine, and then I go down to 14 HP. So knowing he's probably going to want to go for Substitute, because that's what he's been doing the whole time right now, I just go for Rest. Pretty much if he does go for Thunderbolt, whatever, I don't really need my Moltres that much anymore. I would like to have it around for Sceptile, but, it's dead, and if I can get a Rest off, that's awesome, and that's what he does go for, and I get the Rest off, I'm at full HP again, which is awesome, and I'm just going to go right back out to my Swampert, because he has Jolteon in. And yeah, this has kind of been my game plan since the beginning. Just send out Swampert on Jolteon, and I do have the Earthquake, but I just want to go for Ice Beams just in case he wants to try to pass out a sub to Sceptile, because if I did go for the Earthquake, he would have been able to, like, his substitute probably would have been able to take the hit, and that would have been bad for me, but he doesn't go for it. He goes for Agility again, which, I keep thinking this is a poor play, because I don't have too many things on my team that can outspeed a Sceptile, except for my Aerodactyl, but, I don't want my Aerodactyl to switch into anything that that guy can do to me, just because it's a pretty weak Pokemon, so that's kind of my thought process. He actually goes for another sub there, which I thought was weird. He gets out 2 agilities, so maybe he wants to go into Claydol. I know Claydol's not the fastest Pokemon, so maybe he wants that to outspeed my whole team. And he sent it in earlier, so it's less than half health. So I'm not really worried if he does do that. But he goes into Sceptile. I know his Jolteon's not going to stay in, so I just keep going for those Ice Beams, predicting either the Claydol or Sceptile. I'm pretty sure those are the only pokes he have, are those 3 right there. And now that he's got the Sceptile back in, I'm got to save Swampert for that Jolteon, so I just go right into my Moltres, knowing a Leaf Blade isn't going to do anything to it. And I'm not really sure what else Sceptile can do. I know from the Leaf Blade that it's going to be a special attacker. Maybe it has Leech Seed or something like that, and because I'm asleep, maybe he wants to go for that. But these things actually carry the Thunder Punch as well, as you'll see in like 1 second. That's exactly what he's going to go for. I'm just going to hope I get a Flamethrower off on my Rest Talk. If I don't get it, it doesn't really matter. This Sceptile is going to be able to outspeed my whole team, but I do have a couple things that can take it out, so it's not going to really matter too much. I do get a Hidden Power. It does a little bit of damage to it, but it's not going to matter too much, and he's going to be able to take me out in the next hit. So knowing I'm gonna go down here to a Thunder Punch, I'm just kind of thinking about, you know, what Pokemon I want to go into, and I'm thinking at this point Jirachi could probably take out the rest of his team. It's fully specially offensive. I'm not really sure about its EV investments as far as defense. I think I have some defenses. I'm not really sure again, but I'm just going to go for the Ice Punch. I thought he might have had like a Crunch or something like that, just do a little bit of damage, but he goes for the Focus Punch, maybe thinking I'd go for the T-Wave or something like that, but that actually probably would have been a decent play to go for the T-Wave, just because, you know, he had a couple agilities up and I could have taken him out the next turn, and, you know, if he went for the attack, I could have got 2 turns of leftover, so that would have been good for me, but, you know, it doesn't work out for him. He sends Jolteon in, and I can definitely take a hit from this Jolteon and take it out, so I'm not going to bother going into Swampert at this point, just because, you know, I'm kind of sick of this thing going for substitutes all the time, so I just want to take it out at this point, and I take the hit very much like a pro, so that's good, and I'm up 5-1 at this point, so it's looking like curtains. He's got this Play Doh. It's not going to be able to do anything to me just because I'm faster than it. I do have the Ice Punch, and even if the Ice Punch doesn't kill, and he kills me with an Earthquake, I have a few other Pokemon that can outspeed and take it out no problem. But the Ice Punch does take it out, and that's going to be a good game. So that was a really fun match, Joltgod. Guys, be sure to check out this guy's channel. He's got a lot of content that I was looking at his channel just before we battled, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's going to be it. So peace out.